Alright, welcome to the Franchise Time Machine. Perfect timing. Ezra raiding in. Thank you, Ezra, for the raid. Glad I got to see a little bit of Seance at Creepy Manor. One of my favorite games that Ezra plays on stream. Yeah, I was wondering if I missed the 7th-inning stretch. I thought I heard something about it's the 4th inning and he's thrown 80-some pitches. And then the next thing I knew, it was Seance at Creepy Manor. But I liked that game, so I wasn't going to complain. So did you just sim out the game, or did you not even finish it? But anyway, welcome in. We've got SmileyFaceJane playing peak performances tonight. I know you do almost never sim it out. I kind of wish I'd seen that. Such a rare event. So in peak performances, you pick any historic Major League Baseball team, and you pick 5 players from that team to replace with peak versions of themselves. So it's especially fun if a team has some, washed up superstars or some future superstars, or a combination of both, because then you can bring in their peak versions and have a really fun sim. So SmileyFaceJane, this is her 3rd night in a row. The first night, we got to see a peak Dick Allen go wild in the 1977 run environment. Last night, we got to see some stud pitchers playing in 2006 on the Cubs. And tonight, we're going to be running in 1983. And I don't know what team it is, but I'm looking forward to it, whatever it is. So, SmileyFaceJane, since you're in the chat, thank you for using those emotes and for giving Ezra a shout out. Do you want to start us off by telling us the team name? And I'll put the pack giveaway form up. We can finish that up. I put in a placeholder for the team name. Oh, the Red Sox. Oh, the Red Sox. Okay, that is really interesting. Huh. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. All right, let's take a look. Here's the form. Yes, that's a little placeholder here. Let me pull up the Red Sox profile for 1983. Actually, I'll do the entire AL. Okay, so they finished in 6 out of 7th place in the AL East. So we'll be taking over the 1983 Boston Red Sox, who finished in 6th out of 7 place in the AL East. Who went 78 and 84. So probably one of the better peak performances teams we'll be seeing. They went 78 and 84, finished 6 out of 7 place in the AL East. Still 20 games back. 20 games behind the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore would go on to beat the White Sox. They beat them 3-1. And the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series. That was 4-1. All right, so we can delete this sentence too. We just learned the details. All right, should be a good time. So this form is ready to put in the chat. So let me go ahead and publish this and get a link. link to form for tonight's 10-pack giveaway. Good luck, everybody. It's 7 packs for first place, 3 packs for second place. And before we jump in, I did want to check on a couple of things in Perfect Team. The first is, this is that new account I created to demonstrate that all these new players who are coming in, they can still be competitive in some tournaments if they want to play, while they're learning and getting ready for OOTP 27 and Perfect Team 27. This is a late bronze team I constructed for under 2,000 perfect points. Late bronze is great for new players because there's a 0 variant tournament, so you can be competitive with cards you can just buy off the regular card shop. And this team, again, under 2,000 perfect points, and we are making a deep run. We're in the quarterfinal, up 1-0. So I just wanted to peek in on this to see where we were. We advanced pretty early, 4-1 in round 4. So I kind of wanted to see if the quarterfinals had started yet. And we did win the first game 7-1. We scored all 7 runs in the first inning, and then just held on for the rest of the game. Marcus Stroman is a clubhouse card. The other thing I'm recommending to new players is that sometimes it's the manager too. Yes, but okay, that might be true. But I did want to illustrate that as far as a card perspective, there are tournaments where you can be on a pretty equal card footing and be competitive. The live tournaments are the other ones, and then of course the perfect drafts. And this team won a weekly perfect draft, came in second in another, and so has had a lot of perfect points. So this Stroman card is one I bought off the clubhouse shop. Kynan says even a brand new franchise alt has more stars than Kynan. Yes, but Kynan, that's probably because you spend your stars. This team, now to be fair, this team did spend a bunch of clubhouse stars because we do have some clubhouse stars on this team. So let's go to manage cards. We'll look at all the cards. Clubhouse. Yeah, so I scooped up some iron and bronze clubhouse cards for tournament teams. So this is probably a couple hundred clubhouse stars worth. So, and then I did get one variant. Because I won Call Your Shot with this account, I was thinking about getting 5 variants and entering the high iron historic tournament daily is a 5 variant limit tournament. So I thought that would be one where, okay, now that we have some resources, I can show how to kind of ease your way into variants by playing like a 5 variant limit tournament. But anyway, so yeah, this team making a run here. The other thing I wanted to highlight too was in the dailies, in the late bronze in particular, I think. I posted this in the Discord. Let me see if I can find the post. Oh, yeah, the live bronze. The live bronze team that I built for about 1,500 perfect points. Again, this is something anyone who just started could do. You get 1,000 perfect points to start with. By the time you're through entry pool, you'll probably have gained another 1,000 in perfect points through achievements. And so, let's see, iron. Oh, no. Was it bronze? I think it was bronze. So daily, bronze, and the live is a 64. Okay, so these are all iron bronze. So 3 quarterfinal finishes and a second place finish with a team built for under 1,500 perfect points. So you can be brand new and do this. That was the whole point of this account that I created, is to show you can be new and still have fun playing and being competitive while you wait for Perfect Team 27. And in general, I agree with the whole philosophy of like, hey, I'm gonna get my feet wet now, kind of learn how to play, and then when the new game comes out, I'll be ready to start the cycle. I think that's a fantastic way to do it. I just wanted people to see that like you can still jump in during PT26 and still have a good time. And this team is actually like dangerously close to qualifying in Iron and Bronze. With this with a second place finish earlier today in live bronze, and with this run in late bronze, this team has a chance here. We're already in 168th place in Iron and Bronze, playing only live tournaments and no variant regular tournaments. So this fourth will be replaced by a second. We'll get a bunch more points for a second place finish and whatever we get in late bronze. So this team actually might qualify, and we missed half of the first week, and we have not played any variant tournaments. So again, I do this to encourage new players to give them a path towards being competitive without having any of the resources that the players who've been playing all season have. And again, I encourage the perfect draft. This is a weekly. We're down, but we made it into round 4. Now my alt was about to get reverse swept, and we did. We got reverse swept. We're up 3-0, and then we lost 4-3. So that's a bummer. This is an alt that I'm worried about qualifying for PTCS 11, so I was hoping we'd go on a bit of a run there. But we got reverse swept by Los Angeles Traffic. So anyway, I just wanted to show that the new account is doing some things. SmileyFaceJane, let me just enter that one account into another weekly, and then we'll get started. This team is the Hooked on Streamer Phonics team. Oh, I've already signed them up. But here, let me show you this in case you're new. If you want to do a theme team, this used to be a theme team. I took it out of theme team because I inadvertently bought a bunch of cards for it without remembering that it's a theme team. I bought some Clubhouse cards for it, so I took it out of the theme teams. But I hope to put it back in by the end of the cycle because the theme teams are super fun. But if you want to do theme teams, you need to get in touch with EVC and NYC2. Who I feel like along with Laptop Hound, EVC and NYC2, and Dr. Dynastic are kind of our 3 big OOTP affiliate streamers. Very entertaining. They all cover different things. But EVC and NYC2 runs the theme teams. And that's just basically you play your league team with a limited card set based on whatever theme you set for it. So Tetsuiji has a theme team of all players named Bob. There are a bunch of geographic or team themed teams. I think Ezra has one who's no players who have ever played for the Dodgers. And this Phonics team is one. It's all players whose names have been mispronounced by a streamer. And so it's in some ways it's super limited. In other ways, there are cards that qualify that you never would have guessed would qualify. But it's an interesting mishmash of cards that have qualified. But yeah, I was gonna make sure I had jumped into a weekly, but it looked like I did that earlier today. I must have realized we got... Oh, you know what? We can jump into another quick. Quicks are another way to get packs. Oh, I should also mention the team with no alts, no variants. The new team. The new team has been winning packs in quicks without any variants. I was a little surprised. I just thought I would enter in just to see how they would do. They've even won some, but mostly they get packs from coming in first and coming in second and semifinals. Nordvak is going to start a Beatles theme team next year. Only guys named John, Paul, George, or Richard. Yeah, as you get into it, you'll probably find, so early in the cycle, you might want to add like a few other rules to that, like maybe start adding some last names, or adding like Pete Best or George Martin, or because especially early cycle, the themes are kind of tough. Yeah, Harrison, exactly. Last names like Harrison would help a lot. And for me, I like to do the research on the theme team. So I have a bunch of like complicated rules, but for me, like the rules create ways for me to like do the research, and for me the research is the fun part. So like I had a Grateful Dead team, which is the Grateful Dead balls, and so it was like anyone who shares a name with a member of the band or someone associated with the band, but I could only use one person one time. And so if I want to use that person again, then I have to cut the person who they're currently associated with and bring in the new player. But then I also added cities that are mentioned in their songs. So anyone born in a city that's mentioned in one of their songs. What else? Anyway, I had a bunch of like rules that just made it more fun for me, because it led to other. Oh, and a name mentioned in a song lyric. So there are a lot of names mentioned in song lyrics. Now most of them have like there are no baseball players with those names, but occasionally there would be one, and it was really fun when I would find one of those. But it depends on how you want to run it. A lot of the more fun theme teams, at least the ones that look fun from the outside in, do involve like having to think through like who in the card set might fit. Like who someone's running a candy themed one, which I think is great. But like the connections they make to get the players eligible are always fun to hear about. So yeah, so anyone who wants to do that, get in touch with EVC and NYC too. He has very clear instructions on how to get involved and everything. So it's really it's very user friendly. I think Ezra has his no Dodgers, oops, no buns, right? Theme team. And yeah, I think I don't know, SmileyFaceJane, are you still running a theme team this cycle? Okay, so I think that's done. Now we can go ahead and set up the season for SmileyFaceJane. Oh, that's right. This is from a video. Uh, and any player mentioned in the video is eligible. And the video is amazing. It's Kyle Mooney, formerly of SNL. I'm sure when he saw the video, he was like, "What is this?" Saving up for Ricky, pouring after Trammell and Olerud. The new Olerud card is nice. I think he's 180 plus contact and eye. And any like dead ball perfect draft, I grab him as my first baseman if I see him. Mets legend, of course, also. Okay, so let's do this. Let me get the sim set up, because otherwise my face will just be sitting there, and then we'll bring if she wants to do voice chat, we'll bring her in to select the players and stuff. Oh, it's all 1992 AL. Okay, I thought it was just players mentioned the video. I was like, how is that possible? Because the video is not very long. Okay, that's awesome. But it doesn't have to be the 92 season, right? If someone played in 92, but then they get a card in like 98, that player, that card is eligible, right? Yeah, there's 5 guys mentioned in the video, and no one, and one is on the, okay. Oh, one is on the no-go list. That's funny. Okay. He's on the naughty list. Okay. All right, so we're going to do... I don't think we have a 1983 run environment. But let me just check. Create a roster. Wait, where are they? Where are my run environments? Do I have them as peak performances run environments? No. Oh, because they're not saved games for quick starts. Okay, let me see if I have a quick start for this. No 1983, so we're going to create one. So this is good. You get another chance to see how to set up the creator roster run environment. Defensive era, 1983. Now, creator roster, we always play in the most recent season that has full data. So that would be 2024. When OOTP 27 comes out, it'll be 2025. I don't import the complete history to keep the file size smaller. I use default mode because that is a recalc mode, and I can talk about that later if anyone wants to know more about recalc versus non-recalc. We do not import real minor leagues, just again to keep the file size small. We're not going to do expansion. We'll leave this the same. I'm going to set this back to myself. And then once we start setting up the game, we'll set it up for SmileyFaceJane. But this is for the quick start, so I'm going to set it up for myself. But for the game name, we will set it up for SmileyFaceJane. This will be peak performances, no OOTP26, SmileyFaceJane, 1983, Boston Red Sox. Now that said, I'm not going to set up her team yet because I want the quick start to be independent of team. So we're just going to go to select next. Okay, and then we might as well go ahead and set the mailbox settings, even though the quick start doesn't import these. We do need this for tonight though, so manager options, we're going to uncheck all these. Okay, so now we're going to go actually set everything up. We go to game, pull down game settings. Under global settings, we leave scouting system turned off. That means all scouting data will be 100% accurate. We're going to turn off coaching. We're going to turn off storylines because those can also injure players or have them retire. Under players and team, we're going to disable injuries, disable suspensions. We're going to disable all player development. And yeah, and you have to be careful because some things you check to enable them, other things you check to disable them. Face gen screen stays the same, AI settings stays the same, almanac stays the same, database stays the same. Now league settings will open up a bunch more sub-menus, nothing in functions. League and teams we leave the same. Now rules, we don't want the rosters to change, so we're going to expand from 25 players to 25 players. We're going to disable trading, and we're going to disable automatic creation. It's already checked for disabled. Financials, we leave the same. Options. I personally don't want pitchers to win the MVP because they already have the Cy Young Award, so I'm going to uncheck that. I don't want to do manual Hall of Fame voting. I don't want to do manual or human all-star voting. And for the influence of popular all-star votes, I'm going to change this to none. And I'm going to boost the all-star roster size to 32. That's kind of more aligned with like what we see in modern era, but they have fewer teams back then. But I'm still going to leave it at 32. The playoffs, it's going to be a best of 5 LCS and then a best of 7 World Series. So that is historically accurate for 1983. Under players, we leave this the same. Under historical, I don't want players retiring or missing seasons according to history. I don't want historical rookies automatically imported. And then under stats and add, this is, if you hear people talking about modifiers, this is what they're talking about. The AI is going to try to make the season end up with similar numbers to what they had in 1983, which is what's going to make it feel like 1983. So we want to lock this in because we want to keep that field. But we don't want it to recalculate this after we bring in SmileyFaceJane's new player. So we're going to uncheck auto calc modifiers. So it'll leave this as is. And 5 players isn't going to change the universe of the game too much. But I don't want the AI to recalculate. If we're going to bring in like a big home run hitter, I want them to hit home runs, not get nerfed because it would make the number of home runs too high in the league. And I think that's it. So we'll go ahead and save this for today, and then we'll save it as quick start for a future 1983 run environment. So this will be creator roster 26, 1983 run environment. And so it'll be create a roster setup for 1983 MLB run environment. All right, and then we're ready to save that. So if anyone wants to play any of these historic games of 1983 again, we have the season already set up. Okay, with that, let's go. Now we set up SmileyFaceJane. So and notice here it says hit enter after editing. For these name fields, you have to do that. Smiley face. Jane. Enter after both. American. Female. Everything else stays the same, so we can go ahead and save it again. And let's go ahead and get her the Red Sox job. So available jobs. Since we're in commission mode, we can apply. Applying basically gets us the job. So do you want to work for the Red Sox? Yes. So we're now taking over the Red Sox. And here's their current roster. All right. Very small reserve roster. Okay. All right, let's go into the voice chat and get this ready for SmileyFaceJane. All right, SmileyFaceJane, I think you're in the stream now. Oh, I wonder if she's away from the computer right now.
What the heck?
Oh,
Okay.
now I hear you.
Okay. Hello.
Can someone chat let me know if she's loud enough or if I need to boost her in OBS? I hear you just fine, but I just make sure it's loud enough in the stream.
Okay. I don't know why it wasn't working at first, but
Good to be
seems
a bit
like
higher. Okay, I'm going to boost you a little bit on OBS. Actually, since I'm coming in louder now, I'm going to lower myself and I'm going to lower you, so now we're at the same level. So hopefully that works out okay. All right, so why 1983, why the Red Sox? Did you find the team first, or did you pick the season first, or how did you come about this one?
I think it was another thing of looking through some all-time seasons, coming across that Yaz played long enough for the tail end of his career to overlap with Boggs.
Oh, nice.
So really wanted to get those bats together and then some other nice names as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I think we might be in ads right now. Although no one in chat said anything, so maybe it's not. My alt just kicked into ads. That's why I thought that. So Yaz was still playing in '83.
Apparently.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a long career. I think of him as like a '60s player.
Yeah, I did not realize he played. I don't think I even realized he played into the 80s, to be honest.
Yeah. Is he also one of those guys who did he happen to come up in '59? There's some guys who played 4 decades because they like came up at the end of one decade.
I don't think so.
Let me see. Yeah, '83 is pretty deep to have started in '59. Let's see. Yeah, '61. There are some guys who played like '59 to '80, or '69 to '90, and so they have played. They like technically they played in 4 different decades. It's pretty wild. He could have done it if he'd come up earlier. right? If he'd come up in 59, he definitely could have done it. He was 22 when he came up in 61. Yeah, that's crazy. I had no, and he played a lot in 83.
Yeah, almost more than half the season, and he
Yeah,
was productive.
yeah. 10 home runs, 266 average, 767 OPS, 1.8 WAR. Man, he never had a stinker WAR season. Never had a negative or zero WAR season. That's crazy. To play that long and be that good. And I think a lot of his batting averages too, they're not like eye popping, but he played in such pitcher friendly eras that I think like the statistical revolution where now we look at things like OPS plus, I think that really helps highlight how good he was.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because he hit 40 home runs in 69, which is insane. Because that's 1 year after the year before and the year after the year of the pitcher. He hit 44 and 40 home runs. That's
I
wild.
think 67 might have been a Triple Crown year.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, because when I first read about him, I had this book called The MVPs. And I remember seeing his Triple Crown stats, and I was like, oh, those aren't that good. But that was before I knew about, like, pitching varied so much from year to year that it was actually like a pretty dominant season.
Yeah,
Wow, okay, that's a really cool starting point. I like how you approach these things. It's always fun for me to hear like how you land on these teams. So yeah, so you have Yastrzemski and let's put them in position right. Yastrzemski and Boggs overlapping. And there are I notice a lot of names from the 86 World Series too. Like Gedman's already here, Marty Barrett's here, Jim Rice Evans, Olcam Boyd. Ojeda would be on the Mets by the time 86 rolls around. Oh my goodness, John Tudor has such a good peak season. Sorry if that's a spoiler,
yeah,
but every time I see his name, I'm like, oh, that dude. He
it's fine.
he had an all timer. Uh, but yeah, like a lot of these names, this is like you can already see like the seeds of that '86 World Series team here.
Definitely.
Cool. Okay, so let me go ahead and get a notepad file up too. So for anyone who might be new, the reason for the notepad file is this is how we're going to create the roster file that we use to import the players. So here's the one from last night. This is a good one to show because we just did this. Right, it's a player ID, comma, the season we want to bring in, comma, and then the destination. Now, normally for the destination, I will do FTM for Franchise Time Machine because I don't always know where this team is going to go. But tonight we already know this is going to be like a one-time use, so we're just going to put BOS for Boston for all these. And the player ID you can also get from baseballreference.com, baseball-reference.com. The URL for each player you look up has the player ID, which is the same as the OOTP player ID. But for us, we're going to just go into editor and look up the player ID. So I'm going to create a version of this for tonight's sim. Okay, so I mean, we already talked about Yastrzemski. Should we just start there?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let me get his. Look at this. You can't even see all his achievements. All right, let's see. Yastrzemski. That's his player ID. Under editor, you can find it right there. Historical ID, baseball reference ID. It's two different fields, but they're always the same. And then let's take a look at his real life stats. And one of those one franchise players, never played for a team other than Boston. We talked about how productive he was in 83, even in his last season. As a 44-year-old, had a 767 OPS and a 1.8 WAR, which is pretty awesome. All right, so yeah, there are quite a few peak seasons you could pick from. Which one did you go with?
I gave 67 the edge over 70.
Okay. Do you think that was that mostly based on like relative to the era, how good it was?
I think that was part of it. He had more. I know he had more power that year, but
Mm-hmm.
less less walks by quite a
Mm,
bit.
yeah.
You could really go either way, but I liked that one.
Okay. 1967. Okay. I wanted to jump to that just because we had talked to him already, but let's take a quick tour of the team here. Here's the pitching staff. Actually, a pretty decent bullpen, which you don't always see. The starters are across the board rated average, but very recognizable names. Like Eckersley, this is Eckersley as a starter. John Tudor, who would go on to have some great season in St. Louis. Ojeda, who would win the World Series with the Mets. And then let's look at the batters. I'll put your. This is the rating set that you asked for, so I kept that. Boggs is a 5-star. Jim Rice is a 4-star. Dwight Evans is only a 3-star, which is surprising to me. How old is he at this point? He's 31.
He's cushioned between two really good years
Oh, I
in this
see.
year.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a look. In 83. Oh, yeah, he had 238 with a 774 OPS. He's sandwiched between two 900 plus OPS seasons. So, yeah, that's a reverse peak season right there.
Yeah.
And also, too, just like reputationally, I just remember he had a reputation for having a cannon in right field. So we'll see if the defensive profile supports that. This year, not so much, but I know his perfect team card does. Yeah, I know he has a strong arm in his perfect team card.
Yeah.
4-star Jim Rice. Yeah, Yastrzemski at 3 stars, a 44-year-old. That's so good.
Definitely.
And Tony Armas is only a 2.5-star, but he's
There's a lot of guys
29.
I'd like to bring up, but you kind of have to bring up Yaz
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Like second base is going to be really rough.
Yeah, is it Jerry Remy at second base? Yeah.
Him
Oh,
and young Marty Barrett.
yeah, yeah. Okay, Remy hits lefty, Barrett hits righty. Let me see how splitty he is. Yeah, he's pretty splitty.
And Remy's got really bad defense with the 40 range, and Barrett has a really bad bat, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah, he's gonna get much better, but he's still pretty raw here. Wow, his potential contact is 80. When did he achieve that? He hits 293 and 87. I guess that's what they're talking about. That's not 80 contact though. That's like 60 contact. Huh. That's really interesting. I wonder why his potential is set at 80.
Just a really good avoid K carrying.
Yeah, that's probably part of
I
it.
guess the
Yeah.
BABIP does get decent though.
But I just don't see a season here that looks like, an 80 contact season. Although when you don't have any power adding home runs to it, maybe that's part of the issue too. Keeps the average relatively low. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so now that we kind of more familiar with the team, where do you want to take us for player number 2?
Well, we were just talking about Dwight Evans. We can go with him.
Yeah, his reverse peak season of Dwight Evans. Let's get his player ID. I mean, when I think about it, at one point they had Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, and Dwight Evans in the outfield, right? That's an amazing outfield.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I think that was 85 or 86 would have been their outfield. Okay.
How many of them are in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I don't know. Jim Rice is. Um,
Yeah.
is Evans?
For some reason, I feel like he is, but I don't know.
Okay. And Fred Lynn is, right?
I just Googled Evans without the Dwight. I feel so. Um,
I kind of think Dwight Evans might not be in.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think him or Lynn are in.
okay. I'm pretty sure Jim Rice is though.
Yeah, Rice is. I feel like all have good arguments.
Oh, sorry. Nerd Vac is asking for more SmileyFaceJane volume, so let me boost you up a little bit more. See if that helps. Okay, so lots of some pretty good seasons here to choose from for Evans too. What'd you end up going with?
I went with the 82.
82. Okay. Looks like that is his peak WAR season. 936 OPS, 37 doubles, 32 bombs, 112 walks. That's a lot of walks. Yeah, it takes his average from 292 to a 402 on base percentage. That's yeah, that's
It's
a
a really
really nice.
strong season for the
Yeah,
era.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny. It's just 1 year before, but like he just did not perform in '83.
So the choice was I could either do 82 and bring Boggs to a peak season, or do
Yeah.
83 and bring Evans to one, because they kind of alternated like that.
Oh,
And I went
interesting.
with 83 because that was the worst team, so I thought it was
Yeah,
more
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. More chance to bring them up a lot. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Yastrzemski and Evans. The outfield getting a huge boost here. Pitcher or batter next?
We only got pitchers left.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of potential on this pitching staff for peak performances for sure.
Gonna go with Tudor.
Yeah, Tudor has an all timer. All right, let me get his player ID. The first time I learned about this season, I was like, "What? That dude?" Because I remembered him from the Cardinals. I was like, I couldn't believe he put such a season together. All right, which one did you go with?
79.
What?
85. 85.
I thought maybe he had a small sample size rookie year or something. Yeah, this 85 season, .94 whip, 202 ERA plus. Even like the 85 Gooden, I don't think had over 200 ERA plus. That's an insane ERA plus. And for him, 169 strikeouts feels like a ton. Yeah, sub 2 ERA, 6.7 WAR, just out of nowhere, seemingly. 1985. I also never really put together that was his first season in St. Louis. They must have been like, "Oh, we've got such a stud pitcher,"
For
and he
sure.
was
Like,
he
that's
was
gotta feel
good.
so crazy.
Yeah, he was good after that, but he was never as good. But yeah, what a St. Louis debut. All right, so 85 Tudor. That's gonna be a huge upgrade to the pitching staff right off the bat. All right, who's next? I'm kind of I'm wondering if you're gonna bring in a closer Eckersley.
I think we're gonna let the first. I think this is the first repeat I've done. We're gonna go Bob Ojeda.
Oh, nice. Let's get his player ID. All right, and then yeah, he had several good phases to his career too.
Yeah, I went to the Dodgers and was productive. Like Red Sox, Mets, and Dodgers was productive
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
between those three.
So which year do you
I
want to
ended up
grab?
going with 86. I think last time I went 88, but this, or no, I did go 88.
Did you go 88?
My
Okay,
bad.
yeah. Much worse win loss record, but from a a rate perspective, I think this is the better season. So it makes sense to take it. Yeah, 98 only went 10-13, but had a 140 ERA plus, one WHIP, just really good rate stats for a pitcher. 1988. Okay, so two big lefty arms coming in. All right, let's go back to the roster here. All right, one more player to bring either back or forward in time. Actually, we know it's a pitcher,
Dennis
so it's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dennis Eckersley.
are you gonna do a closer? Hold
Hmm.
on, let me get his player ID. Oh my goodness, trading in a starter for a closer would be incredible. Yeah, so he made the switch with the A's to the bullpen and was just dominant. But he was a good starter.
Yeah, I definitely considered some of the starting years,
Yeah.
but I did end up going with 1990 ultimately.
1990 is just comical. It's so good. This is like video game .61 ERA, .61 WHIP, ERA plus of 620. Just
Yeah, that's just
ridiculously
absurd.
good. Yeah. I think the question is, how is the AI going to use him? Like, will the AI use him effectively, right? Because it is such a good
Uh,
season to bring
yeah,
in.
I got something up my sleeve.
Okay, all right. Um, I think that's it. So I think here's the roster file. All right, player ID, year, and the team. This might have one of the biggest jumps from the oldest season brought in to the most recent season brought in. There's a 67 Yastrzemski and a 1990 Eckersley being brought into this team.
Did not understand what you're saying, to be honest. It sounded like a robot to me.
Oh no, sorry. I was saying this is the biggest gap we've had between the oldest profile imported and the newest profile imported. There's a 23-year swing from Yastrzemski to Eckersley. All
Either
right.
Discord or your mic is acting up. I'm not sure which.
Oh, is it still happening? Hold on. Let me
Maybe
see
my
if.
headphones.
Let me. Should I try closing and reopening the game room, the voice chat? Let me type it in. And chat, can chat hear me? Or is my audio garbled in the chat
Okay,
too?
it's good now.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and save this.
Okay, yeah, I think it was a Discord thing. Yeah.
Okay, so that's saved. We're ready to go. All right, so let's go manager pull down menu GM and manager actions, sign a free agent. In commission road, you get this actions pull down, and we're going to import historical players. This is also where we create players for create a roster. Historical database. Up here, you can enter players one at a time. Up here, down here, you can upload files like we just created. 1983 Red Sox. So 1 year calculation base. This is super important for guys like Dwight Evans, right? Where he has bad seasons right next to good seasons. You don't want this 3-year blend that we used to get. So you choose this 1 year. Potential based on peak seasons of career. Fielding ratings based on entire career. Pitcher stamina based on imported season. And we're going to take down the nerfing numbers just in case. All right, we're going to import. All right, we should have 5 players. Let's go take a look at the roster. Okay, so Eckersley, Yastrzemski, Evans, Ojeda, and Tudor imports as a 4-star. 202 ERA plus, and he imports us at 4-star. That's wild. All right, let's go
It's
to the
just not
short
big
list.
on a lot of the pitchers, it seems.
Yeah, I think it's also that particular pitcher profile, right? He's not a power pitcher. Greg Maddux, I feel, gets cheated a little bit too in terms of the ratings.
I don't know, because like on the other end, Carlton, who was a power pitcher, also kind of gets that treatment.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's the ear. Some of the eras don't get the credit they deserve. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, so this is where I'm going to add the year they're from. Okay. Why is John Henry Johnson on the short list? That's weird. All right, let's go back to the short list. Okay, everyone's here. Let's go back to the roster view. Okay, so all of these are 1-for-1, right? We've got a Dwight Evans, we got a Yastrzemski, we got an Eckersley, Ojeda, and a Tudor. Okay. All right, so now do you want to do pitching, hitting, or strategy? Or actually, or do you have any roster moves you want to do with the reserve players?
Oh, there might actually be one, so I'm glad you brought that up. Let's see, who was it? Mark Clear to the reserves for Mike Brown.
Okay, Mark Clear, Mike Brown. Okay.
Mark Clear 25 control. No way, man.
I was thinking about offering to let you also, if you want, have the starting pitcher Eckersley on the same roster as the relief pitcher Eckersley.
Well, you'll see. Let's just do pitching then, because that's not
Okay.
going to be an issue.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, let's see what the AI does first. Okay.
It gives Eckersley a super weird role.
Oh, it does. That's wild. Middle relief used less often. Secondary role setup. That's a 5-star pitcher.
Yeah,
What?
if you click on his profile,
Yeah.
I want to show you something.
Emergency
Notice
starter.
it says he's going to be our number 1.
Holy cow. Okay. All right, so who does he replace in the rotation?
So he's going to be first. He replaces Bird.
Okay. And then he'll be number 1. Okay.
Then Tudor, Ojeda,
Ojeda.
Oil Can, and Hurst.
Okay. This is amazing. What's his actual stamina rating? 30. Okay.
And I looked behind the scenes. I think behind the thing it's 41, which is close to 50.
Yeah. All right, well, that's for the bullpen. All right, this is the default AI bullpen.
So we're going to go John Henry Johnson as a stopper.
Okay.
And I think we might do Bob Stanley too.
Okay.
As a stopper. Eighth and close game for both.
Okay.
And then mid relief secondary.
I'm a big fan of running lefty righty stoppers. I do that all the time in tournaments and stuff. So. Okay.
And then the rest will just be middle relief, normal, no secondary.
Okay.
And then I have a couple strategy things on this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the only thing I did actually was if you sort by hold,
Mm-hmm.
both of our stoppers with the 90 hold, so we're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
jack their hold runners all the way up.
Okay.
And that'll be all for the pitching side.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and save that. All right, you want to go hitters next?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what the AA wants to do first. All right.
So it has Glenn Hoffman starting good. We're gonna bring in Rich Gedman for Gary Allenson in each lineup. That catcher.
No platoon, lefty and righty.
Correct.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
VL, we're gonna bring in Marty Barrett for Jerry Remy.
Okay. Yep. We'll do that for both VLs.
And
Okay.
then I believe that's it for those type of changes. So we can just do the lineups
Yeah.
next.
Let's start with the DH lineups. They'll be using those the
All right.
most.
It's gonna be Boggs leadoff,
Mm-hmm.
Yaz,
Yes.
Evans, Rice, Reed Nichols, Gedman, Stapleton, Hoffman, and Remy.
Okay. Very modern lineup with Yaz batting second. Yep.
And then VL will be the top five is the same.
So Boggs, Yastrzemski, Evans, Rice, Nichols. Okay.
Then Stapleton,
Mm-hmm.
Gedman, Hoffman, Barrett.
Dead last, Marty Barrett. Okay. All right, and then
He's only in for the slightly better defense.
yeah. Okay, and then the non DH.
Non DH VR is the same top six as VR DH.
Okay, so Boggs, Yastrzemski, Evans, Rice, Nichols, Gedman. Okay.
Then Hoffman, pitcher, Remy.
The ultimate disrespect. Remy batting behind the pitcher. Okay. All right, and then VL.
VL is going to be the same as VR,
Okay.
except Barrett in the nine spot.
Okay. Nichols, Gedman, Hoffman, Barrett. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that. And then we'll ask for all the depth charts. And then we'll take a look at these. So we'll set all these to if starter tired. Any change here?
We're going to have Allenson be the defensive sub at catcher
Okay. Yep.
and Barrett defensive sub at second.
Okay. All right. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Allenson.
Only have to do it with Allenson this time because Barrett is
Oh,
starting
that's
now.
right. Yeah, Barrett's already in there. Okay. And then verse DH. Or sorry, VR with DH. Same thing. Allenson,
Yeah.
Barrett. Where did Barrett go? Oh, there he is down there. Okay. And then VL. Okay. Any individual slider changes?
If you sort by stealing,
Yeah.
all the 25s can have their stealing all the way to the left.
Okay. This accuracy is the closer accuracy as a starter is wild. I'm looking forward to this. Okay. Anything else?
That will be it for hitting.
Okay. So strategies. All right.
Went moderate sabermetric.
Okay.
Everything on offense other than base running all the way down. We'll do base running down 1.
Okay.
And then we're also going to do pitch around and intentional walk all the way down.
Okay.
Hook starting pitchers 1 to the right.
Okay.
And defensive subs leading by 3 runs or less.
Still ninth inning.
Yeah, still 9th inning.
Okay. Should I just save this as a SmileyFaceJane strategy for whenever you play, whenever you play a
If
historian
you
sim?
want to, yeah, because this
Yeah.
will probably be a good baseline. I might have changes from there sometimes, but yeah, that's a good start.
Okay. Now we have that. All right. I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before we go to ads and go to regular chat? Looks like a super fun sim.
I don't know. I think I got everything. I'm just excited for the accuracy more than anything.
Yeah, I am too. That's a super fun twist. As soon as you went to the closer, I was like, well, I should let Sly have both accuracies on the team, but I like your approach even better. This is super fun. Can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it before I saw emergency starting pitcher roll, and then I was like, maybe I'll try it for a sim. And yeah,
All right. Well, let's see what happens. I have
all
no
right.
idea. I this is one where I literally have no idea what's gonna happen. It doesn't happen often, but I have no idea right now. So this is good. All right. Well, thanks again for the channel for events. You have one more, right? We have to figure out when to do that one.
Yeah, one more.
Okay. And then we'll see you in the regular chat on the other side of the ad break.
All right. See ya.
All
Thank you
right.
for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for doing the voice chat too. All right. This is awesome. I can't wait to see how this goes. All right. Okay. So how are we on the ad break here? Okay. Yeah. It might not let me push ads. If it doesn't, we'll just do a BRB. But consider this your 3-minute warning on the pack giveaway. And yeah, we'll see you all in a few minutes. All right, we are back from the ad break. Yeah, no, Rick, I did see your Discord message. I'll let SmileyFaceJane know about that off stream too. Um, this was rough. While we were doing the roster stuff for the peak performances run, we got knocked out of both the weekly PD and the late bronze. We got knocked out of both. All right, let's see what happened here. I'd saved the game, so it's there, ready to go. All right, let's see. Tuesday after dinner silver snack. We probably did we get swept because we weren't gone that long. Yeah, 4-2. I think it was. Oh, it might have been 1-2 when we started. So we're knocked out of that. So we're completely out of that tournament. Uh, so 32th place, 25 clubhouse stars, and 2 historical stars. That's not bad, and some some good PTCS points. This team looks like is going to qualify for PTCS and Draft Weekly. So that'll be fun. We'll have another entry in Draft Weekly. Let's go sign up for another weekly. Let's see. What's a fun one? Put it in the books as a double? Yeah. Shrinkage is a 20 player. Oh, gold might be fun. Which ones are almost full? Okay, the double's almost full, so let's go sign up for the double. Yeah, I'm excited to draft this double diamond one. I've liked the diamond level this cycle. The catchers and some of the pitchers. Oh, we've got Wednesday live. You know I love a live tournament. I'll draft this after the stream tonight. All right, and then we got knocked out of that bronze tournament, so now we can get into late bronze again before it fills up. And because the part of this, the idea is let's play zero variant or live tournaments. I did sign this team up for the Wednesday night dank, which is a low iron, no variant weekly tournament. It did just fill up, but it's a super fun tournament. I highly recommend it. It's because it's no variance or because it's such a narrow level. It does feel very coin flippy, but it's a super fun card set and it's a fun format. So I like this a lot. And what I do is I usually give up my daily low iron spot for it. So I just do like a 1-for-1 trade on that. But this team hasn't been playing low iron because it's a 13 variant limit. So I'll probably give up. I'll probably give up the late iron for it. But we'll see. We may not have to give up anything. We're right now we're in live iron, live bronze, late iron, and late bronze, and the Wednesday low iron tank. But yeah, definitely recommend. Super fun tournament that Wednesday low iron tank. Hey Justin, we saw your name in qualifying position for the PTCS. I did the PTCS standings update last night, and looks like you're in good shape. At least for at least one, maybe multiple. So congrats on that. All right, let's jump back into SmileyFaceJane's game. Justin, there's a pack giveaway form pinned to the chat if you want to try to win some packs. SmileyFaceJane's playing Peak Performances, which is where we take any historic team. SmileyFaceJane chose the 1983 Red Sox. And you can replace any 5 players with peak versions of themselves. And so SmileyFaceJane brought in a 1982 Dwight Evans, a 1967 Carl Yastrzemski, 1985 John Tudor, who had an amazing season, a 1988 Bobby Ojeda, and a closer, a 1990 Dennis Eckersley to replace the starting pitcher Dennis Eckersley, but SmileyFaceJane is gonna try starting this closer Eckersley. So that will be really interesting. So if you want to do that, let me know. I'll hold the form open for you. Uh, I want to make sure everyone who wants to participate can participate. Oh yeah, no rush. Don't worry. Go ahead and while you do that, what I'm going to do is make sure I'm signed up for all my quicks. All right, let's see. This is we just looked at that. That's my new account. All right, this one's an iron account. Oh yeah, we have to jump into a daily. We just got knocked out of. Which daily did we get knocked out of? Evening high heat and sleepy perfecto. We got knocked out of. Let's see. Misplaced pants is still far from full, so I think we can wait on that. The problem with these other ones is I have to draft them before I go to bed, and I don't want to do that. I want to get to bed tonight, so we'll either do the all diamond or we'll do the 20-man roster one. You know what? There's a diamond weekly coming up. I'm going to practice by doing the diamond daily. We'll sign up for that one. Oh, unless there's a perfecto. Is there a perfecto coming up? Let's see. The 20 cards full. That's one of my favorites right now. Okay, Justin's done. So let's just use this daily slot and then we'll get rolling here. You know what? This perfecto is going to fill up, and then after the nearly perfect wake up call fires, I'll jump into misplaced pants. I think that's what I'll do. Nah, you know what? Now let's do the all diamond. I want to practice for that weekly. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, the perfectos they'll chill out after a while. They're brand new, so they're super popular right now. Um, and so I a lot of times I've been using it as an opportunity to just like jump into some of the other tournaments that used to fill up fast, and now aren't filling up nearly as fast. Um, but yeah, they fill up pretty quickly. Okay, let's just jump back now into SmileyFaceJane Sim. All right, let's also save a quick start of this. Okay. All right. Justin's in. I'm not hearing anyone else asking me to hold the form open, so I'm going to go ahead and close it. And let's take a look at these guesses. Now, because the starting point was so low, I left all the questions in, including the ones that the ones that are kind of pessimistic about the outcome. So they're all in there. Okay. Let me show you the guesses here. All right, here we go. All right, no one thinks this team will be. So the starting point was not nearly as bad as as the more recent ones we've done. They did have 78 wins. They were almost a 500 team. So I think no one thinks they'll be the worst in the majors or worst in the AL. Or even last in the division. They were fifth out of sixth or sixth out of seventh in their division. Everyone thinks this team's now going to make the playoffs. Interesting. There are three of you. So one of you thinks they'll make the World Series and win the World Series. Everyone thinks they'll be a Cy Young Award winner here. And two of you think there will be an MVP. Yeah, that Yastrzemski profile, I think, might be hard to keep out of the MVP. That would be my guess if there were an MVP candidate here on this team. And despite the Tudor card coming in as a 4-star, I think he could be really good. I mean, that's a really all-time great stat season he had in '85. But we'll see. We'll see. The first thing we'll find out is what the AI thinks of this team. So we'll sim to opening day. And you'll see here generating MLB season predictions. So that's what we're going to take a look at. MLB reports and info. Preseason predictions. Okay, 162. They are predicting the Red Sox will win the division and therefore make the playoffs. 0 stolen bases? What? Is that right? 0? I mean, you steal bases by accident sometimes. I've never seen a 0. 0 stolen bases. Wow. I've never seen that before. That's insane. Alright, let's check out the top players here. Yastrzemski is predictably the top player. 345 average, 38 home runs. This looks like a 1077 OPS. Dwight Evans, projected to be the number 8 batter. 310 average, 27 home runs. No Boggs. No Boggs in here. Interesting. Pitchers. Wow, Ojeda projected ahead of Tudor in the number 3 spot. Tudor projected to be the number 5. And here it is. Dennis Eckersley, the closer in the starter role, projected to be the number 9 pitcher. 12 walks, 119 strikeouts. Almost 200 innings. So they are projecting him to go pretty deep into these games. About 6 innings per start. So we'll see how that goes. And he is the number 1 starter, right? So we will see him on opening day. This is not our opening day, though. So we're going to switch to the next day. And here it is. Not home. Yeah, it is the home opener and the season opener against Toronto. Dave Stieb against the closer, Dennis Eckersley. So, someone tell Laptop Hound what's going on here. I don't know, right? Like, even by mistake, you end up usually stealing 1 or 2 bases. Like, it's saying... That's why 0... Every time I see a meteorologist on TV saying there's a 0% chance of something or 100% chance, I'm like, really? You don't want to leave yourself any wiggle room? You don't want to say 1 or 99? You really want to say 0? So 0 stolen bases. We'll see what happens. All right, we're going to hide scores, and we're going to quick play this game, and we're going to watch the highlights. I'm really curious to see how deep Eckersley goes. All right, well, he's already into the 3rd inning. Shutouts on both sides here. With Damaso Garcia leading off the 3rd with a full count. Fly ball in the right field, and that's going to stay in the park for an out. Oh, no! Dwight Evans botches the fly ball. Wow. All right, Garcia's on 3rd with 2 outs and an 0-1 count. Line drive, and that's an unearned run coming in to score. Wow. Dwight Evans, man. Dwight Evans. All right, Eckersley still in the fifth. Griffin on second, Mosby at bat. Blooper in the center field. That's going to drop in. The throw home is not in time. Trail runner holds at first, though. All right, bottom of the sixth. Boggs on first, Jastrzemski at bat. Steve still in the game. Ground ball to second. The turn, double play. That's actually a Blue Jays highlight, AI. All right, bottom of the seventh, Jim Rice at bat, trailing by 2. Ground ball past the shortstop for a base hit. That brings up Reed Nichols. 2-1 count. Pops him up. And that brings up Gedman versus... Oh, wait, what? Oh, it took us to the next inning. Now it's the top of the 8th. Toronto's up. Eckersley's out of the game. John Henry Johnson's in the game. Line drive past the first third baseman for a base hit. I don't know where the base runner went, but it's now Willie Upshaw with 2 outs and a 3-1 count. Ground ball past the shortstop for a base hit. God, the Green Monster looks so close in. It looks so close. Stapleton for the Red Sox, bottom of the 8th. Line drive over the shortstop's head for a base hit. Rick Miller up. Pinch hitting. Draws the walk. First and second, a full count for Jerry Remy. Ground ball to third. Across to first for the out. No double play, though. There's a 2-2 count to Boggs. Steve Boggs. Fly ball to left. The throw home. We're not getting a shot of whether it scored or not. No, they held the runner. Jastrzemski up with 2 outs and a full count. Ground ball to second for the out. Top of the ninth, Cliff Johnson on second. Garcia up at bat. Oh, that is hit deep. That's going to score a run. All right, bottom of the ninth, full count. Down by 3. Dwight Evans leading off. Oh, he hits it deep in the left center field. Over the Green Monster. Cuts the lead to 2. Jim Rice hits one to short. Over to first for the out. 2 outs for Rich Gedman. Pops him up. Not a great start to the Eckersley experiment, especially that costly error by Dwight Evans in right field. 0-1 with a 1.50 ERA. That's brutal. That's rough, man. That is rough. All right, let's go to the standings view. Oh, look at the Red Sox zoom up the standings. Like to see that. 14-5. Jastrzemski batter of the month. 14-6 on the month. Rich Gedman leading the AL in batting. Jastrzemski tops in OPS. Ojeda second in ERA. All right. Jastrzemski. In 20 games, he had 375 with 3 home runs, 19 RBI, and 20 runs scored. All right, let's do another month. Eight consecutive quality strikes by Tudor. We had Jastrzemski and Rice win Players of the Week. 6 consecutive hits by Boggs. Yastrzemski, batter of the month again. He hit 394, 14 home runs, 33 RBI, 34 runs. He's already got 52 RBI in his June 1st. Oh, did Steve win? Look at that. Steve won pitcher of the month in May. 6-1, 33 strikeouts and 57 2/3 innings, 1.87 ERA. Nice. All right. Look at Yastrzemski. Tops in average, tops in home runs, tops in RBI. He's in Triple Crown position. 1232 OPS. That's wild. The top three pitcher wars are all Red Sox. Eckersley so far 5-2 with a 2.97 ERA, 2 walks and 40 strikeouts. He's got a 20-1 strikeout to walk ratio. We're not seeing that. We'll see it here. Eckersley 20.0 strikeout to walk ratio. All right, so he's had 11 starts and he's thrown 63 and 2/3 innings. So he's averaging a little under 6 innings per start. But yeah, 20.0 strikeout to walk ratio is wild. All right, let's play out the month of June. Oh, we are 32-17, tied with the Blue Jays. Also, the best record in the majors. The second best record, third best record in the majors, because we're tied, are the Dodgers with 31-17. Can we get away from the Dodgers being good? Can we pick some seasons where the Dodgers kind of suck? 21 game streak without a run by Bob Stanley out of the bullpen. Very nice. "14-game shutdown streak by Stanley also comes to an end. We are now trailing the Yankees by 3.5 games. But we would be leading the AL West or the NL East if we were in either of those divisions. Gedman is now second batting average. Yastrzemski is hitting 345, so he's just below Brett here. Tudor and Ojeda, second and third in ERA, trailing only Dave Stieb. And Ojeda and Tudor, first and second in pitcher war. Let's see how Eckersley's doing. Eckersley hit a rough patch there. 7-5 with a 3.38 ERA. His strikeout to walk ratio is now closer to 30-1. It is 29.5 strikeout to walk ratio. That's wild. That is insane. This is such a fun little experiment, starting the closer Dennis Eckersley. All right. All right, let's sim to the All-Star break. Oh, no, we've fallen to fourth in the division, 6.5 games behind the Yankees. 7.5 games behind the Yankees. Okay, let's see how the All-Star voting went. We're looking for Red Sox. There's Wade Boggs, second at third base with 1.5 million votes. Yastrzemski leading in left field. Dwight Evans leading in right field. Both of those are imported players. Jim Rice at DH, original to the 83 Red Sox. Look at this. The AI voting for imported players for a change. John Tudor second in voting. He's 9-5. And Bobby Ojeda fifth in voting. He's 9-3. Bob Stanley, number one in the bullpen with 1.15 million votes. He is 6-1 with 9 saves and a .78 ERA. Wow. 29 games, .78 ERA. Wow. All right, let's go to the home run challenge. Yastrzemski is in there, and that is it for our team. Yastrzemski managed to get past Dale Murphy. He'll face Darrell Evans next. Barfield and Kittle are on the other side of the bracket. And Darrell Evans wins 12-7 over Yastrzemski. Barfield beaten by Ron Kittle. So it's Kittle and Darrell Evans in the final. And Darrell Evans takes it. All right, let's go ahead to the All-Star game. Wow, Yastrzemski wins All-Star MVP. Very nice. Let's see. He went 2 for 2 with a triple and a home run. Got the two hardest parts of the cycle in the All-Star game. All right, let's see. How did our players do? Oh, we forgot to see how many All-Stars we had. We looked at the voting, but not how many. Ojeda, Tudor, Stanley, Gedman. Rich Gedman got in with hitting .370. Wade Boggs, that's 5. Yastrzemski at 7 All-Stars. Nice. All right, 7 All-Stars. We need that for the pack giveaway contest. Yeah, you only have 5 players to import, but got 7 into the All-Star game, so that's awesome. So yeah, let's look at the how our team did now that we know who is on the team. Boggs went 1 for 1. Yastrzemski went 2 for 2 with a run scored, 2 RBI. Evans went 1 for 2. Or 2 pitchers in there, so let's see how they pitched. Ojeda got the honor of starting. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. John Tudor pitched the second inning. 1 inning, 1 earned run on 2 hits. And Stanley closed out the game and got crushed. 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. A walk, a strikeout. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at the statistics here. Team stats. Boston. 0 stolen bases. How do we have 0 stolen bases? Oh, we did set the SmileyFaceJane did set the stealing strategy to 0 to the far left. So, but I didn't think it would be literally 0. You got caught twice. You did get caught stealing twice. All right, so 2 caught stealings, no stolen bases. All right, let's go ahead and finish up the month of July. All right, we're up to 3rd place. 3.5 games out of 1st place. That's definitely achievable. 4-game home run streak by Yastrzemski. Gedman still hitting .357, 2nd in the league in batting. Yastrzemski leading the majors in home runs, leading the league in RBI, leading the majors in OPS as well. On the pitching side, we are nowhere on the leaderboard anymore. Ojeda and Tudor 2nd and 3rd in pitcher war. Eckersley's 9-7 with a 2.91 ERA. He did walk 2 more batters, so his strikeout to walk ratio is now down to 21.5. Bob Stanley has a .376 ERA plus. He's killing it. All right, let's go back to the standings view. And let's do another month. Oh, I'm first place now in playoff position. 4 games ahead of the Blue Jays. Pitcher of the month, John Tudor. 9-game winning streak. All right, let's see. Let's also see if we got any of the batter of the month awards. All right, the pitcher. Oh, Yastrzemski, another batter of the month. He had 333 with 11 home runs, 28 RBI, 27 runs scored. John Tudor. 4-0, 24 strikeouts, 1.90 ERA, and 47 in the third innings. All right, let's also check July. I didn't look at July. Baylor was the top batter, and Jack Morris was the top pitcher, so we didn't miss anything there. In June, it was also Jack Morris, and it was Ricky Henderson. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do the month of September. Regular season ends on the 2nd of October. So Gedman's leading the league in hitting. What is Yastrzemski's average? He is hitting 337, so he's 10 points out of third place. I mean, if he gets hot and the rest of the league cools down a bit, he could get a triple crown. He's got a big lead in home runs. He's got a decent lead in RBI, but he's trailing in batting average. Ooh, Boggs shows up on the leaderboard. No Yastrzemski, though. 9-game run streak by Boggs. 10-game win streak by Tudor. Both come to an end. We are 1 game behind the Blue Jays. 160 to their 101 and 59. There are no wildcard spots in 1983, so we have to catch the Blue Jays if we want to win. Wow. All right. Let's go to game by game. We are hosting the Guardians, who are 60 and 100. That's a good sign. And we're chasing the Blue Jays. They are hosting the Twins, who are 75 and 85. So the Twins win 9-2. That leaves the door open for us. Dennis Eckersley is the starter. Eck is the starter. And it's a 16-1 win. Ooh, Eckersley, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts. Evans went 3 for 5 with a home run, and Gedman continues the hot hitting, 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. 4 RBI from Gedman. We are now tied with the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, again, hosting the Twins. They've got Jim Gott on the mound, who's 19 and 11. The Blue Jays win 11-8. We have to win this game to stay tied with the Blue Jays. We've got John Tudor on the mound, who's 18 and 8, versus Burt Blyleven. It is a win, 6-1. Game 163 incoming. Ho 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 ho. Nice. This is it. It's Ojeda versus Steve. Oh my goodness, it's Dave Stieb. It's Laptop Hounds Dave Stieb. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna. I learned this from SmileyFaceJane. We're gonna turn off achievements. Yeah, you can switch to format now. I think that's fine. It'll add Hurst to the bullpen. So where do you want to put Hurst? Middle relief, normal usage, no secondary. Okay. Game 163, because this is essentially a playoff game, so I think that's fine. We're going to hide scores, and we're going to watch this game. Boston has the advantage of being the home team in this game. All right, bottom of the first. Yastrzemski on first for Dwight Evans. Get out of here. Deep right center field. Gone. It's a 2-run shot. Another run in the second. Top of the fourth. Toronto down by 3. Upshaw on second for Rance Mullinix. Line drive into right field. Oh, that's going to be into the corner. Could be trouble. The throw in to second, not in time. RBI double. That's it, though, as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Boggs on first for Yastrzemski. Drive into right center field. That one's going to be extra bases. RBI double for Yastrzemski. Oh, yeah, we head to the top of the ninth. First and second. Ojeda still in the game. Cliff Johnson at bat. Don't leave him in too long. Blooper into right field, and that's going to drop in front of Evans. The throw in is cut off. Bases loaded for Buck Martinez. Johnson is now in the game. John Henry Johnson has been brought in the game. Good thing they brought in the lefty to face two right. Oh, well, Martinez is a pinch hitter, to be fair. So they might have announced Johnson first and then announced the pinch hitter. Ground ball back to the pitcher. The throw home. Oh my goodness, Goodman has to jump, but he gets it. No double play, though. So it's still a 4-run game. Bases are still loaded for Jesse Barfield. Gets him swinging. Oof. Who had the 85 power and the 85 eye? Oh, is it Johnson versus lefties, maybe? Oh, Martinez versus lefties. Oh, really? Huh. Wow, that's scary. I'm glad I didn't know that. All right, 2 outs. 1-0 count for Dave Collins. Pinch hitting. Ground ball in front of the plate. Gedman over to first, and that's it. The Red Sox are headed to the playoffs. They win the game 163. All right, so should we go to the playoff coverage, playoff preview? We didn't get our achievements yet, though, did we? Why is that? All right. Oh, that's right. Thank you, SmileyFaceJane. I disabled them to prevent spoilers. That's right. All right, NLCS is going to start off first. And the Dodgers win 1-0. Pedro Guerrero hits a home run. Seriously, I want sim seasons where the Dodgers are terrible. Please. They win 5-1. Man, they're beating up on the Cardinals. All right. Oh, it's an all laundry ALCS as the Red Sox host the White Sox. Dennis Eckersley on the mound. And they win 5-1. Eckersley, 5 2/3. No earned runs, 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. The problem is if they're terrible, then they're one of the teams in consideration for me to pick. That's true. That is true. All right, John Tudor against Lamar Hoyt. Ooh, it's a loss. 7-0. Jeez. I really like that the perfect team tournament team. I run into every once in a while. Kendrick Lamar Hoyt. That's an all-time name right there. So Kendrick Lamar Hoyt throws a shutout, complete game shutout, and the series is tied at 1. Cardinals win 5-1, so they'll force at least a game 4. Cardinals win again, shutting out the Dodgers. They force a deciding game 5. Ojeda facing Britt Burns in game 3. And the Red Sox win 5-3, scoring 3 in the top of the 9th. Clutch time. They take a 2-1 series lead. All right, game 4. It's a 2-1 win. No need for a game 5. All Cam Boyd gets the win. And we're headed to the World Series. Man, it's wild. A 5-game series to make it to the World Series? Yeesh. All right, in the NL, game 5. Deciding game 5. Dave LaPointe against Alejandro Pena. This is a rematch of game 1, I believe. And the Cardinals win 4-0, shutting out the Dodgers. Thank goodness we can be done with the Dodgers. All right, the World Series starts off in Boston. Let's go ahead and save this so far. All right, it is Joaquin Andujar, who my friends and I used to call walk-in underwear, facing Dennis Eckersley. The closer, Dennis Eckersley, the number 1 starter now. And they do get the win over walk-in underwear. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Wade Boggs went 3 for 5 with a double and legged out a triple. Got 5 RBI. Boggs alone outscored the Cardinals. They scored 4 runs. Boggs drove in 5 runs. All right, game 2. Danny Cox versus John Tudor. Oh, it's a 3-0 loss. Danny Cox goes to complete game shutout. 8 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Tudor went the distance too, but scattered 10 hits and 3 walks, giving up 3 earned runs. All right, travel day. It's Ojeda at LaPointe. It's an 8-3 win. Ojeda goes 7 2/3, 8 hits, 1 walk, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts. Right, it's a 2-1 Boston lead as Olcan Boyd is going to face John Stupor. Oh, an 11-inning loss. The Cardinals walked it off in the bottom of the 11th. Hurst gets the loss. The number 5 starter in the bullpen takes the loss. Boggs gets player of the game despite being on the losing side. 3 for 5 with a home run. All right, it's tied at 2 apiece. Basically, we have a 3-game series left. Eckersley getting the start against walk-in underwear. Oh my goodness, it's an 11-inning loss. Eckersley was long gone by then. 6-5. A 1-run walk-off in the bottom of the 11th. Oh, Yastrzemski, player of the game on the losing side. He had 3 bombs, and they still lost. 5 for 6, 3 home runs, 4 RBI, 3 runs scored, and they lost. That is brutal. Holy cow. What a stat line by Yastrzemski, though. How many total bases did he have? Look at this win probability graph. We're gonna lose. Scored one in the top of the ninth to send it to extras, and then lost in the 11th. All right, Yastrzemski, 5 for 6, 3 runs, 4 RBI, no strikeouts, 3 home runs. Total bases 14. 14 total bases. Oh man, incredible, incredible. All right. We're down 3-2. This is an elimination game after the travel day. The underperforming Tudor facing Danny Cox. Oh my goodness. Lose in 10 innings again, extra innings. Scored one in the ninth to tie it, and then the Cardinals scored two in the 10th to win it. Oh. I think Yaz should be series MVP despite being on the losing side. It's McGee. McGee hit 538. Actually, Yaz only hit 280. He just had that huge game. Oh yeah, Boggs. Boggs has been tearing it up. He hit 481 with a home run, 812 slugging. Okay, Boggs had 815 slugging. His OPS was 1363. 1363 OPS from Boggs. Also, Reed Nichols, light hitting center fielder, had a 1251 OPS for the series. Yeah, he must have been awful because he was incredible in that game, and he just that was all his offense is that one game. Yeah, Reed Nichols did some work in this series, and look at this, pretty flat but positive profile. When we see this in creator roster, we know that's a pretty decent player. So, and he can field his position too. What did he hit in '83? He hit 285 with a 790 OPS. So, pretty good profile. All right, let's go ahead and save this. SmileyFaceJane, that was incredibly entertaining. Let's see how Eckersley ended up doing. 15-8, 2.93 ERA, 15.5 strikeout to walk ratio, 0.91 WHIP. SmileyFaceJane knows how to pick the fun ones. I like this a lot. That was good. And I'm glad, we started with a leaderboard for these historic sims in OOTP 25. And I'm glad I got rid of it because I wouldn't want these to be competitive. I like that people can just focus on doing a fun sim. Because I used to track things like win improvement, whether or not you made the playoffs or won the World Series. It's just way more fun with these to just see what happens. So I'm glad these are not competitive. All right, let's do the postseason awards. What do you mean next? Oh, we have to finish the day. That's right. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and save this. We'll go to the mailbox for the postseason awards. Let's see. Dwight Evans in right field. It's funny because my big memory of Dwight Evans from this sim is him botching that fly ball in game 1 of the season. But he went on to win the Gold Glove. Oh, Stapleton at first base too. Yeah, he's a 60 rated. So, light hitting but slick fielding. Dave Stapleton. Thank you, SmileyFaceJane, for pointing that out. I totally missed that. All right, 2 Gold Gloves. Let's move on to the relief. Oh, relief pitcher of the year. Can it be Eckersley? Bob Stanley. His ERA came back up to 2.21. but he might have a chance at it. He was splitting stopper duties with John Henry Johnson. Oh, Bob Stanley came in second behind Goose Gossage. Yeah, no, I think Stanley made a lot of sense as a stopper. In hindsight, I wonder what would happen if like you had Stanley as a stopper and then had like Johnson as a lefty set up to the righty stopper because Johnson kind of stunk it up. But yeah, I like that Stanley in that stopper role. I think that's a good call. Okay, Platinum Stick Awards. I'm sure Yaz is getting one. Wade Boggs at third. He had a big season, 340 average, 135 runs scored. Yeah, Yaz in left field. Yaz had him hitting 343 with 55 home runs and 149 RBI. Dwight Evans in right field, so three Silver Slugger awards. All right, next up, Rookie of the Year. I don't know if we even had anyone eligible. Bill Kruger of the A's gets the unanimous Rookie of the Year award in the AL. Look at this. The A's had 3 in the top 4. Kruger, Warren, and Smith. All right, Cy Young Award. I don't know if Eckersley's got the juice to be a candidate here. 15 and 8 is kind of tough. Ojeda's 7 and 8. His ERA is a bit high. John Tudor was 19 and 8. Also, his ERA is a little better, 3.11 ERA. I have a feeling all 3 of those will be in the mix, but not near the top. Probably like third place or lower, maybe. So Morris wins it. Steve comes in second. Then it's Tudor, Bannister, Eckersley. And Eckersley and Tudor both got first place votes. Nice. So, SmileyFaceJane, I would say your experiment was successful. Eckersley got 5th in Cy Young voting. He pitched over 200 innings. I thought that was really fun. I liked it. So no Cy Young. Let's check out the MVP. Carl Yastrzemski. Unanimous hit. Yeah, I mean, with that stat line, Dwight Evans came in 3rd. Wade Boggs came in 5th. Boggs was just already on the team, hit 340 with 4 home runs. Alright, so I think that's enough information to do the pack giveaway. Let me get a spreadsheet version of this up. Alright, let's hide these. And let me resize these. All right. Good luck, everybody. There are 3 of you. All right, everyone's answers were same up to here. The first question where there were differences is, will they make it to the World Series? Yes, they did. So only Nerd of Anarchy got that right. So Nerd of Anarchy gets first place. And Baffle and Justin will be back in for second place packs. Nerd did guess that they would win the World Series, which they did not, but no one else was made it that far. Uh, we did not win the Cy Young. Did win the MVP. Justin and Nerd both had that right. And as far as win total, 103 was the answer. And Nerve who went closest with 106. Baffle and Justin sharing a brain both guessed 89. All right, let's do this for the second place packs. Okay, so Nervanki's already won. All right, how many games behind? They did win the division, so Justin's going to get a solo point there. I'm not even going to apply the 3 bonus points because you both would have gotten them, so it just seems kind of silly to add that. All right, All-Stars. There were 7 All-Stars, so you both guessed 5, so each get points there. Gold Glove winners. There were 2 Gold Glove winners, so Justin gets that one. Okay. Platinum Stick Awards. There were 3 of those. 3 of those. So Baffle gets a solo point there. All right. It's the mouse hover questions. First, second, third. Ninth, 20th, 23rd. Okay, so the first one up is run scored first. So Justin gets a solo point there. Okay, batting average second. Dead on with Justin. Home runs hit third. Justin get closest there as well. Just off by 1 spot. Okay, ERA ninth. Baffle getting that one. Solo point for Baffle. Strikeouts thrown 20th. Baffle closest there with 14. And finally, defensive efficiency 23rd. Baffle not close but closest. Actually very far away, but a little less far away than Justin. So, headed into the batting questions, we've got 5 points for Baffle and 6 points for Justin. All right, home runs, hit by the team with home runs. That would be Yaz. He hit, I think, 55. Yeah, 55 home runs for Carl Yastrzemski. So Baffle gets a solo point there, and we're all tied up. Now, the final tiebreaker is who got the most recent question right. So right now, Baffle would be in the virtual lead. All right, batting average with at least 300 plate appearances. Baffle. Yastrzemski with a 343. Baffle with the meme answer is only 26 points away. So is closer than the 305, I guess, by Justin's. So Baffle now in the lead. OPS 1103 by Yastrzemski. Again, another one by Baffle. That's yeah. So it's another one for Baffle, and then we go to pitcher award 9.2 by Batter War, 9.2 by Yastrzemski. So Baffle, even closer than I think Nerd of Anarchy would have been. So Baffle gets a solo point there. So Baffle sweeps the batting section with 4 additional points. So 9 points for Baffle, 6 for Justin. Justin still has enough questions, though, to retake the lead. All right, pitcher, strikeout leader. Not as high as Modern Era, of course. Actually, nowhere near as much. John Tudor led the team with 140 strikeouts, which Justin got exactly right. Holy cow, what a guess. 140 exactly. Okay. ERA with at least 100 innings pitched. Stanley did not have enough innings, so Eckersley with a 2.93. So Justin's going to be closest there, and he is closing the gap. All right. If Justin ties with this next question, he will be in the virtual lead because he will have had the most recent answer. Whip. Eckersley with a .91. Justin is closer. Justin now is tied with Baffle, but has the tiebreak lead. So it's coming down to pitcher war. There were 3 pitchers with a 6 WAR or better. Ojeda was the best of them with a 6.6. 6.6. Baffle is 1.2 away. Justin is 2.1 away. So it is going to be Baffle. Nerd of Anarchy would have taken, though, with a 6.9. Baffle gave away the lead and then scooped it back up with the very last question. Nicely done. Alright, so first place, the Nerd of Anarchy. Second place, the Baffle. Very good competition there between Baffle and Justin. So thanks for those of you who participated in the pack giveaway. Thanks for everyone watching. And especially big thanks to SmileyFaceJane, who gave us such a fun sim. In particular, this season of closer Dennis Eckersley, imported to 1983 just to become a starter again. That was great. That was what a fun twist by SmileyFaceJane. All right, let's look for someone to raid into. I was gonna put the title slide. There it is. All right, here's the title slide. While I look for someone to raid. Oh, of course, it's sumo. We're still in the middle of the sumo tournament. Let's see, is it still live? It should still be live. Yep. All right, we're gonna jump into the live sumo tournament. Midnight Sumo, again, a Canadian streamer who does English language commentary over the Japanese sumo feed. This is one of 5 national tournaments each year. This one's in Tokyo. And each tournament is 15 days long. So we've got about another week to go. I am off tomorrow. We'll be back with Pack Rips on Thursday. And then we've got Nerd of Anarchy playing Create a Roster with the random player selection on Friday. Baffle, your guesses were outstanding tonight. It was a really tough competition between you and Justin for those packs, but you got the second place packs. Congratulations. All right, well, let's have fun with Midnight Sumo, who used to play Out of the Park Baseball.